Hello, I am Justin, the Community Manager for War of Division's Final Fantasy Brave EXVIUS, and welcome to the second video in a new series made for War of Division's Final Fantasy Brave EXVIUS for beginners. In the last video, we covered some information quickly to help you get started with different parts of the game focused on beginners. If you haven't watched that video yet, please go back and watch that one before proceeding with this one. And in this video, I'll be going over a few things to help you get started taking on some quests. Let's first jump into the process of forming a party. I know that Ramada has covered this quickly during the tutorial, so I just wanted to provide a quick recap and show you the general process. On the home screen in the top right where you see the formation button, click that and that will take you to the formation screen where you can start setting up a new party. On the very top, you can see that there are different tabs for various types of content in the game. These tabs allow you to have your own parties for each type of content. Let's start on the quest tab since that's the content we'll be focusing on. On the left side, make sure you are on the party number that is appropriate. You can have up to 10 parties for most content types. Now that you're on the proper party number, let's start adding any units that you may have. Since you're brand new, let's assume that you have Mon and we'll add him to the party in the very first slot. Depending on his level, you can have different equipment slots available to you. For the first slot, let's give Mont a sword since he's a physical slasher type character. Click on the first slot and browse your equipment for a sword. If you have a second equipment slot open, you can add another piece of equipment such as armor or an accessory. The third slot can only be used for Trust Mastery equipment. It's probable you won't have any as a beginner player, but once you get a unit to their max limit break in Awakening, you receive that unit's Trust Mastery equipment. Selecting the first slot under the equipment will let us pick an Esper. Espers can be obtained through summons, and Espers all have their own individual stats that are added to the unit they're equipped on, so be sure to select the one that is most appropriate. I'll pick Cactar because most of you already have that as an Esper. Now, next to the Esper slot, we can select a vision card. Just like an Esper, selecting the appropriate vision card is important. Try and find one that will benefit Mont, such as increasing his attack, slash damage, or bolstering his defense abilities with HP or other resistances. I will also select Cactar for the increased critical hit rate. Fill out the rest of your party and equip them all, and we will move on to the next part of the video. Now that we have covered forming different parties, you may be asking yourself, what's the best way to get started? Well, now that you have some of the basics covered, the best way to get started is to just jump right into the story missions. But before we do some of the story missions, I'd like to show you the UR Unit Challenge. On the main screen, you can find the challenges menu on the right side a little bit up from the middle. In this screen, you may see various collaboration or event challenges, but for now we're going to look at the UR Unit Challenge. The UR Unit Challenges is a perfect place to start off, as it offers additional rewards for progressing through War of Division's FFBE. You can see the first reward is the unit Shadow Lynx herself, and other than logging in, you can see the main objectives on this first screen are completing story quests and increasing the unit's Shadow Lynx's level. Each challenge will offer its own reward, and if you fill up any line, vertical, horizontal, or diagonal, you get an additional reward. The UR Unit Challenge is designed with beginner players in mind, and by completing this challenge, you will be prepared to proceed further into the story and other content in the game with greater ease. There are 9 missions on the board, and as you can see, you can complete the very first mission just by logging in, and you obtain the MR Unit Shadow Lynx and some experience cubes, which enable you to level her up to 15. This allows you to complete the next mission, which is to get her to level 15. There are other rewards in each mission, in addition to the reward that you can see in the picture. Be sure to check what you can obtain before trying each mission. Once you've completed all the challenges on the board and got the rewards, you can proceed to the next board. There are 4 boards in total as of recording this video. It will take multiple days to fully complete the UR Unit Challenge, but as you do, you will gain many rewards. And in addition to Shadow Lynx, you'll obtain a very powerful UR unit named Medina and some materials to increase her power. So, after completing the UR Unit Challenge, you'll have powerful units, several summoning tickets, and many materials which will help you progress further in the game as a beginner. With the UR Unit Challenge missions covered, you can proceed to do some story quests. When selecting a story quest, be sure to view the associated story missions along with it. For completing each story quest, you'll gain some rank experience and some Visior. And if you completed any of the quest missions, you'll gain those rewards as well. Sometimes the quest missions will ask you to either take a companion or do not take a companion, so be sure to check each quest before beginning. As you progress through the story, you'll accumulate many items useful in enhancing your own units. Each story quest that you undertake will consume some of your energy, which you can see at the top of your screen. If your current energy is less than its max, it will slowly refill over time. If you are out of energy and you would like to still run the quest, you can either watch 3 advertisements per day, use a little bit of EXVIUS, or use any energy potions that you may have. Well, that concludes it for the second video. I know there was a lot of information in here, so please go back and rewatch any parts that you may need to. Hopefully you have a bit more understanding of progressing through the game, and please check out the next video where we'll cover some of the content you'll be doing every day. Bye bye for now.